Guys! I found a dehydrated Pichu here!
At the water.
Yes, it's good deal, sister.
Oh, we also learned we can use blocks. We can use hammers to break blocks.
Nope.
We're gonna have to use all our skills.
I'm sorry, I love that contrast where it's like... and then,
Yeah, look at that. We gotta be
I
careful.
was wondering if anybody would notice.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
Anyway, welcome back to Donkey Kong 94, ladies and gentlemen. I almost said Mario vs. Donkey Kong, but it's pretty much the same damn thing. But anyway, we're in my least favorite world in the game, but not without knowing a interesting little gimmick that they added on with this game. Do you notice anything different about those hammers I was just using?
They look like cool mega hammers.
Yep, and even better is that, well, these don't go away permanently unlike the previous hammers, because they're always stuck in one particular spot. They're pretty much your means so you don't screw yourself out of levels that, well, you need to break blocks in order to proceed.
I suppose you have 99 lives, right?
Oh yeah, no, we clean house.
At this point, the threat of a game over is a non-Devil Aim issue.
A skull.
Which is a shame, because honestly, some of the like other like imagery you can find, like whether you're pausing the game or get a game over, is honestly pretty and kind of amusing.
So you are the fabled Mario. Well, now you will have to deal with I.
Gyarados make their debut in this game.
I guess so. I was about to make the joke of like
debut again?
the Stalfos and Gyarados, she said, and I was gonna make the joke of, you fool. Now,
Oh no!
Ow!
Terry, I had this.
sorry, he fell right in.
What? I was hungry.
I'm sorry, I was more so expecting something like, I will now tell you. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, I'm talking to you!
But if not that, I was gonna make the joke of like, what I was trying to do was I was trying to do the bit of like,
Now you must face with me, Murray.
Oh god.
Murray, the demonic talking.
I mean, doesn't it look like him when he with his eyebrows raised when he's like,
Well, now that you mention it, it's been a rough day.
Oh yeah. Honestly, now that you say it like that, that does look an awful lot like Murray. Which is funny considering the Murray didn't come until after this game.
yeah, and sorry, Murray.
Hi, Murray. And take your bone with you. Just it might not seem that bad at first, but this world actually does come with a few rather obnoxious bits of level design here and there that really tests your ability to figure out how to take the key to the door.
As I was saying before I was interrupted, I, the demonic talking skull, will ignite my revenge against that hairy ape.
And then
What?
he just
Hey, not you, the other hairy ape.
then he just gets stuck by his
I
eyebrows.
thought you were
like,
gonna be like...
I was stuck.
And also, wait, I need her when he's talking to the dog and it's going away.
I'm lonely.
Oh, jeez.
Careful.
So yeah, I mean, now that I think about it, I would question why, like, after the tranquil forest, the tranquil jungle, we just suddenly come across random desert with a pyramid in the middle. But then again, I think there's been there has to be been a handful of movies where you just see a desert and a jungle and a desert literally coincide with each other as if it were nothing.
I guess. And...
So, Seely, what's your opinion on desert levels?
They're not that bad.
Someone did raise an idea. Okay, I see what we gotta do here. Or actually, no, I don't. How are we gonna do this? Oh,
I will
jeez.
say that the desert level in, say, like Zelda Four Swords Adventures, it can get kind of tedious.
Yeah.
To be fair, that game's levels can feel pretty tedious for the most part, considering how long they can be.
Yeah,
I
they're
did-
long
Well,
and...
I was more so going to mention that if you went the wrong direction, you would hear Ganondorf's and it would give the Wallmaster effect. You would end up back at the beginning of the level.
Well,
I was about to say, I just had an epiphany, Seely, since again we're banking on us finally getting that DSL. How does Four Swords Adventure play on Dolphin?
I don't know. I haven't tested it. I don't know if you can because with more than one player, you have to play with Game Boy Advances.
right.
Never mind.
There has to be a way to do that, though.
Someone has to have found a way to emulate it.
I'm sure there's a particular build that allows you to play it on Dolphin, but it'd probably be about as much as awkward process as it was for, what was it, the Runaway guys? That
Yeah,
did
the
that
Runaway
really?
guys.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up. Hang on.
Long
Oh,
jump.
you got... Ow!
Oh.
My head.
Long
Oh,
ceiling.
I love that. He's like, nailed it! Oh! And then he
Nailed
runs.
it!
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I'm using my phone to look it up since my computer's being too slow.
Okay, so I saw this.
Yeah,
So I
I
saw
know
this
that feeling.
post. I saw this post on Reddit. I didn't know if you guys wanted to weigh in on it at all. So, so who here has played, and of which entries did you guys play the new Super Mario series?
I've pretty much played all of them.
I played all of them except 2.
How about you, Seely?
I'm sorry, I spaced out. What did you say?
Which ones of the
new Mario games have you played?
like new Super, as in like new Super Mario Brothers, new Super Mario U, new Super Mario, and stuff like
I
that?
actually think the latest one I played was Wii.
Okay.
I didn't buy the Wii U version.
Okay.
Or,
Did you play?
Or wait, do you count at 3D World?
Oh no,
No.
I
No.
wouldn't count 3D World. I mean more like oh jeez,
He's talking about the new Super Mario series.
like that has new in the title.
Oh, okay, then yeah, just Wii.
Did you ever play the DS one?
No,
Okay. So I played the DS one. I played the. Oh no. Okay.
I was going to get rid of my my copy of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but I have Charles Martinet autograph it, so now I can't.
Oh, it's that one element that makes it hard to tear apart.
I mean, you can do. I mean, you can do what I did, where with one of my old Tomb Raider copies, I sold the disc, but I held on to the case.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Anyway, so what the
oh yeah. By the way, Seely, meet Donkey Kong Jr.
he's helping
yeah.
he's helping the ape now.
Yeah,
Hey.
he's a bad guy this time, as opposed to being the typical goody two shoes he usually is.
Nice.
Wow,
There you go.
Woo-hoo.
man, he was gunning for you.
He really
Oh,
was.
there we go.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
yeah.
speaking of DK Jr., let's bring up this particular topic. Have you guys ever watched the Donkey Kong Jr. TV show from back in the early '80s?
Oh, you mean the Supercade? I have not.
Yes.
I have not seen the Supercade.
Basically, it's pretty much what you'd expect out of a Donkey Kong Jr. TV show if it were made by the likes that made Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Huh.
The only things I can remember immediately from the Supercade show is that they made Pauline Mario's niece, and that Mario was voiced by Peter Cullen.
Huh? Wait, Wow. Huh? You think he would have
Yeah,
mentioned that once or twice in his resume that hey, I voiced Mario.
It probably didn't mean much back then, but I mean, looking at it now, it's like, yeah, it would be something that's like, oh yeah, I also voiced that one video game character that's got.
Honestly, considering Peter Cullen as we know now, it's kind of hard to imagine him as Mario. Like, I honestly see him more fitting for Wario nowadays.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Get out of here, DK Jr. But yeah. So the other topic I was bringing up, and see they can weigh in on this since she did play Wii. So the person was talking about how he feels like when you really look at it, it was new, that he believes that it was really New Super Mario Brothers 2 that really ruined the whole thing they were going for. Between one, New Super Mario Brothers Wii and New Super Mario Brothers U, you can look at them and realize that yeah, they each brought something brand new kind of to the table. The first one, of course, was when
they didn't.
But you know what I mean, like in that the first one. What are we doing, James? That's gonna block our path.
Yeah, I was about to say. I do get the point.
I got this. Here we go.
Oh, you're gonna do a high jump.
I was about to say, I do get what you're saying, because it's like the first one, it was like the first Mario 2D platformer we had in years. Then the Wii version is like the first one they introduced, like it's the first platformer with like co-op. And then you have U, which is not that different, but it has enough changes and fixes to where it's a more enjoyable experience.
Well, and they had the cool idea of having it be where in that one Peach's Castle was the final area of the game.
Yeah,
and
that was very
they had
fun.
and they had the Luigi DLC with Challenge. Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. Oh,
Honestly,
that's-
I'm honestly made that look more awkward than it really was.
Is it possible?
Here's what you're really supposed to do.
It's not
Avoid
possible.
the key for now.
It's not possible. It's not. I was gonna say it's not possible. Oh, yeah.
I was looking it up, and I did find a tweet from Scott Falco saying that he uses it for Four Swords Adventures.
Oh, Dolphin. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to look into that then of how he managed to do multiplayer though.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, so the thing was that like so between all that, yeah, the main thing that the Reddit post was talking about was how he felt that, no worries, how he felt that it was really New Super Mario Bros. 2 that kind of messed things up, and that it didn't really bring any new gameplay mechanics besides the emphasis on coins, and
Yeah.
and that it came out just a few months before you.
Right.
And 3D Land.
That was pretty much the thing that broke the camel's back. Just the fact that, well, we had two of the same game, and it was for, you know, that particular type of game that, well, I mean, it was fine for what it was, but it was no Galaxy or, well.
And I
yeah.
think oh, that was the other real quick thing, Hype, is that the last thing he mentioned was that if you completely remove 2 from the picture, then going from DS to Wii to Wii U, they all would have had the exact same development time, and there would have been the same amount of
would
gap
say-
in between.
Yeah.
Do you
Nice.
think that... There you go. Do you think that 2's
come on.
existence would be... Oh, come on! Do you think that 2's existence would be less despised had they spaced it out a little bit more from the other games?
I think so.
Probably, yeah.
Because I don't think it was ever his existence that was the problem. Oh, okay. So if you throw it a certain way, you can actually build momentum. Anyway, I don't think it was ever that it existed that was the problem. It was, yeah, we get it. It was that the franchise just had so many, as we just looked at between 2 and Wii U's release. After that
I'm pretty
point,
sure 3D Land was released in that gap too.
probably, but
Yeah,
3D
it
Land was
was.
of course way better. Yeah, but I think 3D Land is
It was
far better.
it was released about a year earlier.
But it was the thing of, especially when you had New Super Mario Bros. 2 just before New Super Mario Bros. U, that was what really like broke the camel's back in the sense of that was what really had it feel like. That's what made it feel so formulaic and really feel like, okay, they're just pumping these things out, and it felt so.
Oh yeah, it was this level in particular I really hated, because you have to do a very specific setup in order to get the key over to the door,
Uh-oh. Oh,
and it
I
primarily
see.
involves fiddling with those switches.
And also you have the and as I can imagine, you run the issue of if you mess up, and I get the impression of if you mess up, you what was I say? If you mess up, you gotta go all the way back and start from the beginning if you lose the key. Even it looks
Pretty much,
long.
yeah.
It looks tedious.
It can be, and notice how my life counter dropped down a few.
Oh, well,
You're
we
still not gonna
appreciate
die. You're still not gonna game over anytime soon, but yeah.
we
Oh
appreciate
no, but it's
you.
still tedious.
We appreciate you cutting it out like that.
Like it comes around to this point where I start losing lives left and right. But to save on time, I do cut out a good chunk of my more redundant deaths.
Yeah. Do you think they would ever make a sequel to this?
Well,
Probably
they
not
technically
anytime
did.
real soon.
Okay. Oh, this.
Also, this is where they really want to start making you utilize the gimmicks a little more, like to make it so that you can actually reach up there within a certain amount of time.
I mean, I do like this idea of at this point you basically are just making your own level, but I'm the kind of guy, like if I'm writing an essay, if you give me way too, oh no,
Oh, that's
if you give me too much control, I'm gonna like, or not control. If you give me too much freedom, then I get all like, oh crap, what should I do? Like, you know, like I need like, I'll see, I see that freaking live counter on the upper right. You spent on this for a while.
Yeah.
I can when you're just given a blank slate, like I could be sitting at that, staring at that for like minutes and not know what that was supposed to do. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm talking way too much at the moment. Sealy, we were talking in the last part about the Mario Park.
Super Nintendo Land.
The Super Nintendo.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
James, what have you done?
I trapped myself between a rock and a spiky place.
No,
I
Tig-
am not the Scorpion
That was
King.
kind of
Nah.
gruesome.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Oh, Sealy, you thought that was gruesome. You should have seen back when we were in the jungle. I got literally choked by a bat.
Oh yeah, and her face went pale and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
So just real quick to recap what Logan was talking about. In the last part, we were talking about the Super Nintendo Land that Universal's making. Do you have any like thoughts and inputs on it? You know, whether it be what you think of it now or things you want to see in it.
There's a lot I want to see, but I want to see the the development so far first before I make any. Before I just.
I know they've started. I know they started construction
What
in.
the
Oh
hell?
jeez, it's those. It's pharaoh heads.
There's Sphinx heads.
Yeah.
James Logan, I just posted a link in the Park City chat.
Okay, I'll
Alright,
look at that in
We'll
a
look at
bit.
that later.
And then one thing I was bringing up is, would you be interested in seeing if they had like kind of like a Disneyland, if they had like mascot characters,
Oh,
like people dressed
without
up
a
as
doubt,
Mario or
yeah.
Peach, and
And we were talking
Alright.
about the idea of like, obviously for Mario and Luigi, they would have like guys with like the giant heads. Do you think they should do that for
Polly,
Peach, or just have a
just
regular
jump!
woman and Peach?
every
I was about to
time.
say like, we were talking about like the idea of like, of course they'd have like the guys with the big heads for Mario and Luigi. For Peach, do you think they should do the same thing, or just have a regular woman wearing a Peach outfit?
Peach cosplay, definitely.
Where the heck did he go?
Oh, he's on the wing.
By
of
the
flight.
way, how convenient for a random fighter jet to be here in the
No,
desert.
I was about to say,
Board.
Donkey Kong, when did you learn how to pilot a freaking jet?
Who
said
said
he
I was
learned?
the one piloting the jet?
The fact that we're about to see, wait for it, almost there, you're piloting a freaking jet.
Yeah, not just any jet, a fucking fighter plane.
I was about to
This
say
is
it.
literally military. This is like top class military
It's got
shit we're
turrets
going
and
in
stuff,
Here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Honestly,
Wow.
like, considering how many levels we're going through this, it might as well be a cargo ship.
Yeah.
It would be more. It would be thematically appropriate, true. But yeah, on that note, folks, I hope this is where Mario gets his top military practice now. So stay tuned and let's hope he survives this one.
Bye
Yeah.
bye.
See ya.
A Donkey Kong, and he's been drinking.